One of the viewers has asked me a question. I don't know the answer, but I'll try to help anyway to show you how I would approach this problem. So next time, you know. Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Polish Pete, eBay reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. I'm also an unpaid carer for an elderly and disabled person who lives abroad. That's what takes the bulk of my time. eBay is really a part-time only. Today I would like to answer a viewer's question, despite I don't know the answer. What I want to show you is how I would approach this problem, so next time you know and you can do something about it. But before we start, if you're interested in reselling content, please consider subscribing to the channel. This is something that I talk about week in, week out on this channel, and this is the best way to support me and this channel. And if you will find this video interesting, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. So let's jump to the topic. So a couple of days ago, a viewer asked me this question. If I was to sell loose Hot Wheel cars on eBay, what would be a good title? Okay, right off the bat, I see two problems. First one is fundamental, second one is personal. The fundamentally problematic word in this question is, everybody, the title. Okay, my friend, after 2023, title means close to nothing. It's there for buyer to read, not much else really. What you need is, everybody, come on, item specifics. Only item specifics can put you in the top of search results. And when you have solid bunch of item specifics and you fill them up to the brim, all you need is to repeat them in your title, and there it is, ready to go. Repeat your keywords in your title and you're fine. Second problem is personal. My friend, I'm almost 50 years old and I was born behind Iron Curtain in communist Poland. I was 12 years old when we liberated ourselves in 1989. I have never had a die-cast car in my life, not to mention Hot Wheels specifically. I know F all about them. Never had one, never played with one, never collected them, never sold them, never sourced them. I think my son has a few, but to be honest, I'm not even sure. And I know for the fact that he's not like going crazy about Hot Wheel cars or anything like that. Yeah, if he has some, he just plays with them and that's it. The same applies to many things that you guys know a lot about and take for granted. Video games, toys, action figures, Lego, cartoons in TV, comic books and other stuff. Yeah, I've never had those. In fact, most of them I've never seen in my life. Say PlayStation. Not only I didn't have it, I've never seen one in real life. Yeah, in fact, my uncle was a carpenter and he took some offcuts and made me some wooden building blocks. That's what I was playing with. I had some plastic soldiers, but that was it. I used to take an empty matchbox, put a match into it to stick out like that, and that was my tank. Yeah, that's what I was playing with. We had some board games, but while you had Monopoly, we had a knockoff called Euro Business. Yeah, but nevertheless, I will do my best to help you and others as well. and I will try to give you a process that I would use to approach the problem. If anybody would give me like thousand of Hot Wheel cars, this is what I would do to build decent listings, and I assume you want to sell them individually, not in lots. So yeah, this is what I would do. Like I've said, you need decent item specifics. I assume that these have some model numbers or model names, or at least some of them have them. If there are like generic ones, then I would set them aside and make a small bundles of them, like half a dozen or a dozen, and sell it that way. I also assume that there are some lines or groups or sets, some sort of this kind of thing, like, I don't know, tropical thunder Hot Wheels. I have no clue. I have no clue. But I assume that there are some lines of them. This is one line, this is second line, third line, blah, blah, blah. I think a manufacturing date also like have some sort of meaning in them. So I would look for those as well. And yeah, I would split them into those sets if I could. And most likely you would probably need some sort of a website that describes all of them. I have found one, there is a link to it here, so maybe you could use this. Now, if you want to list them individually, trying to squeeze as much money out of each of them, then I would have you would have to research like each and every single one of them individually, then comp the prices on eBay. But I don't know. Is it viable? How much money can you realistically get per each? If it's a 2, 3, 4 quid, then is there a point of doing so? But if you can get like, I know you can get like 50 quid for special ones, so maybe it's worth the hassle. Another approach that I would suggest is to create a variation listing. So kind of like a build your own bundle kind of thing. There are plenty of them on eBay. I've checked on eBay, and I don't think there is one containing Hot Wheel cars. So you could be a first one and take it by the storm. After a few sales, you could be very, very high in search results for generic keywords like diecast models or Hot Wheel cars, something like that. I would take two photos, one of the car and one of the chassis on the bottom to see all the numbers and stuff like that. And that's it. I would put them all in one listing or split them into those series if you have a lot of them. Because if you have 50 of them, there is no point of doing it. But if you have a lot of them and you are planning to get even more, then that variation listing may be a thing. So yeah, that's what I would do. In terms of item specifics, let's jump to the laptop and see what can we do about it.
So what I would do is I would go on eBay, put in Hot Wheels in the search. Then I would go and put used, and I would go and put sold items. Okay. So uh, we've got them like what has sold recently. And what I would do is I would just open them one by one, whatever randomly. Uh, and I would start checking item specifics. And I would start making a note about them, what those people are using, what's in their description, but essentially what is in item specifics. And I would start making a note on the piece of paper, what is in item specifics, what is in item specifics. I can see that vast majority of them have kind of shitty item specifics. Yeah, kind of shitty ones, to be honest. So let's have a look. What can we do? Let's close them down. Close them down, close them down, close them down, close them down, and concentrate on this one, okay? So, yeah, what do we have here? Brand Hot Wheels, obviously. Scale, obviously, we need to get a scale, vehicle make. Yeah, we need to really, if you want to list them individually, you need to fill that up to the brim. Serious, very important one in my opinion. In color, vehicle, yeah, maybe. Theme, right. Here you have to fill that up to the brim. Make it up, just make it up. Whatever you can put it here, put it here. I mean, put it here, fill it to the brim, as many as you can. What else do we have? What else do we have here? Features. Again, fill it up absolutely to the brim. I will tell you in a minute what I would put here. Okay? Don't be kind of restricted to what you can choose here. Okay? This you can type in everything here. Yeah, right. Like I don't know, plastic wheels and stuff like that. I'll tell you why it's important in a second. Material, okay. You have to fill it in. Those yes nos, it is not important that much unless it's a yes. So I would not put no, but if it's a yes, if it applies, if it's a yes, then put yes. Definitely put yes. If they have model numbers, put that model number here. Okay. And if you want to add some, by any means do it. If you have any ideas to add anything, by any means do it. Like all those things that they have in the title, it it must be in item specifics. It just must be in item specifics. Let's have a look at this guy. Yeah, he has many more. He has many more, as you can see, but still not much. Yeah, he has the plastic. Yeah, but I would still do way much more. So how can you get item specifics? Yeah, you can go to ChatGPT. When you've researched everything on eBay, you've got on piece of paper, you've got all that item specifics. I would go to ChatGPT and just ask. I've got 1,000 of loose Hot Wheel cars that I want to list on eBay. Could you give me some sort of keywords that I can use, please? Yeah, let's have a look. Right, so we've got this and this. Okay, he thinks I'm doing it as a lot, so let's put it here again. I want to list them individually. Okay, so yeah, there you go. You've got everything here. What you can also do is, yeah, there's plenty of keywords here. What you can also do is you can ask GPT for, can you give me more obscure keywords as well, generic and specific ones. As you can see, you've got flipping plenty to choose. I mean, flipping plenty to choose. I mean, it has no end. I mean, it has no end. And can you see this one? die-cast metal body, Zamak body, plastic body, painted base. Yeah, it's all that counts. If you
So, as you were able to see, there was plenty of keywords. My friend, there are two approaches here that you have to take. You need as many keywords in your item specifics as you can fit there. I am showing you which one you can saturate, features and theme. In features, there would be stuff like metal body, plastic chassis, opening doors, plastic wheels, rubber wheels, tinted windows, colorful, one color, whatever you can figure it out. In the theme, I would put stuff like, I don't know, monster truck, flames, go faster stripe, racing, rally, stuff like that. Or if it's a delivery van, I would put delivery van. Or if it's a Royal Mail van, I would put Royal Mail, stuff like that. You get the gist, basically. Now, those two approaches are, you need as many keywords that other people are using to hijack their green wave. So when somebody sells something, then eBay would consider your listing as a very similar listing to the one that has just sold. So it would fill up next search results with your items, and to get that, you have to have the same item specifics that the sold item had. And then the second approach is you need to also use words, keywords that nobody else uses or very few people use them. Keywords that you can repeat over and over and over again in as many listings as possible. This in return will give you a situation where after you sell one, eBay will find your listings as the most similar listing to has just sold, because you've got the same item specifics and nobody else has them, or very few people have them. And this will create a situation where every next search results will be filled up with your listings, allowing you to jump on the green wave and start banking those series or streaks of sales one after another, one after another, one after another. Then, if you want to list them individually, I would advise you to do this.
Then, my friend, when you've got all the keywords that you need, what you need is template. So you need to create yourself a template, and we can have a look. I don't know, what can we take here? Let's take dresses. So I'm gonna show you a template. So I've got the template for all the stuff that I list on a regular basis. So this is the template for the dresses. So you would need the template for your Hot Wheel cars. Title, I've got whatever I could, I've got pre-filled. The same with custom SKU. You can select your category for your shop. Excuse me. And you have to have pre-filled as many item specifics as you can. You pre-fill them. There you go. Have a look. All I can have pre-filled, I've got pre-filled. Yeah. Everything is here. As you can see in the theme, I've got already 11 pre-filled. In features, I've got 5. And then what you do is when you list your items, so you list, let's say we are listing one of them, Hot Wheels now. You put your title in, you fill up your item specifics, and when you go to item specifics that are pre-filled like in vast number and you don't need some of them, you can just untick them. There you go. I don't need those. Rest is fine. I can go here. I don't need those 3. I only need those 2. That's fine. And unticking them is way much faster than actually typing them in. So all you have to do is come here and untick whatever does not apply instead of putting them in one after another, one after another, one after another, one after another. Yeah, all you have to do is come here and untick whatever you don't need. As you can see, condition is already pre-filled. My description is already pre-filled. All I have to do is copy and paste the title here. So whenever I finish this title, I just copy it, Control C. And then when I go down, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, I get here. I just paste my title as it was, put the price in. I always start with auction, put the price in. I've got my payment policy set. I've got my postage policy I need to choose. So I click here and I choose my postage policy that applies. Wait, I've got already pre-filled, as you can see. And that's it, job done, job done. And you can crack like, I don't know, 20 an hour easily by having everything pre-filled already. Easily 20 an hour.
And yet, this is what I would do if somebody has given me 1,000 of Hot Wheel cars. Personally, I would go for variation listing to list them quick. One postage fee, buy one get one free, buy five get free postage, something like that, whatever. Especially if you are planning to source more of them in the future. But like I've said, take it with a pinch of salt, hell, with a whole bag of salt, as I know shit all about Hot Wheels, and for the reasons stated at the beginning. And that is it from me today. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. If you wish to support the channel further, please consider subscribing if you haven't done so yet. If you have any specific subject that you wish me to talk about and make a video about, please let me know in the comment section. At least I will put you to the video that I've already made, and if I didn't make one, then I will make it. Also, next week I will be having a video about creating those similarities between listings and how I do it, and how many keywords I use and how many keywords I can put into how many listings, and hopefully that will make some things clearer that they are now. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. God bless you all, and bye bye.